Okay. All right. Good morning, all. This is Mountain Women in Business, and we're going to start off with just some quick introductions. And I have put our contact information in the chat room, so if you need any questions, need to reach out, we're always around. So if you need anything, if you have any good ideas that you want to share, or how we can empower each other and or move forward with each other, that would be awesome. Reach out to us. So okay, so I'm Stephanie Ferradini, and I am the Secretary and Treasurer of Mountain Women in Business, and I'm a paralegal, and I do bookkeeping, and I have a retired husband that I also try to balance out with my days. So that's sometimes tricky, but it usually works. So okay, so that's what I do. And you can always reach out if you need anything. We're around. All right, so let's go with Pat.
Hey, good morning. I'm Vice President of Mountain Women in Business and your event planner. My company is Smarter Women Colorado, and just a thought, if you do, if you have 401ks, if you have IRAs that you start, don't wait till the end of the year. Right now, stocks are on sale. Do the Warren Buffett thing, buy low, sell high. He's always buy into greed, sell into, or buy into fear, sell into greed. And right now is a great time. Fund your IRAs now. It's going to go up. It historically always goes back up. So this is a great time. Buy it on sale. You can go on TD Ameritrade and just set it up. There's things on there that don't have any fees involved at all. So if you have any questions, I'm more than happy to work with you, but this is a great time to do that. Thank you.
All right. Lisa Hemstreet, good morning.
Good morning. I am Lisa Hemstreet, and I am a certified photo manager. I've been doing this for 27 years, helping people save, organize, protect, and share and enjoy their photos and videos. So if you have old VHS tapes that you need to get digitized, you want to enjoy those again. If you have external hard drives and thumb drives and memory cards everywhere all over your house, and you want to have one home for all of those digital items, I can help you with that. If your phone is constantly warning you that it is running out of storage, I can help you with that. Even if you simply need something printed, I have a huge print shop. We do cards, we do water bottles, we do coasters, magnets, mouse pads, anything you need for your team, your coworkers, family, friends, I can help you with that as well. So again, Lisa Hemstreet, and I'll put my contact information in the chat.
Great. What about stacks and stacks of photo albums?
Yep, we scan those too.
Perfect.
That's actually something I'm doing personally, is all of my old printed photos that I don't want to have to, stacks of albums and stacks of photos that I don't want to have to pack. God forbid, we have to evacuate. So evacuations are real all over the country, whether you're in hurricane, fires, earthquakes, we all have evacuation risks. So getting things digitized and in one digital home where I can literally walk away with my cell phone and know that all of my photos and videos are at my fingertips is my goal. And I have a long-term goal. I have a file for getting things digitized and then longer goals. So I won't go into that, but yes, that is a big one, photo albums and photos. So.
Okay, great. All right, good morning, Jill.
Hi, I am Jill Wright. I'm a freelance content and copywriter. So I can write your web pages, your blog posts, your articles, product descriptions, that kind of thing. Just let me know where to find me.
Okay, great. I have half of a book written that I might reach out to you just to.
Oh, there you go.
I can't think of an ending, but anyway.
Oh.
All right. Josie, good morning.
Hey, good morning. So I'm Josie Hall, and I have an association management company, and I manage nonprofit associations. And we have about 9 different associations that we manage. They're all different kind of industries, like water well contractors and lawyers and just anything you can imagine, actually. So they're all different groups. And then we have the meeting sanctuary where basically because we had all these nonprofits and they were always having board meetings and retreats and happy hours, we thought it would be great to get a place where people could, have meetings and all that. So that's why we got the building in Indian Hills. It's called the Meeting Sanctuary. And we also rent it out to people that if they need a place to have like a board meeting or retreat or rehearsal dinner. We're starting to get a lot of calls for different things that are just a variety. I think that's it. So on July 14th, we're going to host the Evergreen Mixer. So if any of you, it's like, I think it's 5 to 7, and it'd be great if you could come. Yeah, and then in August, we're going to host the Mountain Women in Business group. And kind of the idea around that was we were going to have some tables set up so that everybody could have kind of a place where they could bring their materials, maybe some of their, some of their work product and stuff like that they could show people, just so we could learn more about each other other than just kind of this general, at the beginning of each call. So, we're hoping if you sell things, you could bring some of the things you sell. If you, we'll have computers there if you want to display things or show things. And we were even talking about inviting, the community if we wanted to, and I wasn't quite sure where we landed on that, but I think people can bring guests if they wanted. It's a little lunch, it's only 2 hours. So, but that was the idea around it, just to kind of make almost like an exhibit show where people could get to know each other better and kind of exhibit what they do. And kind of that was kind of the plan.
Yeah, and just have that extra time to get to know each other personally and, kids or dogs, or just on a personal level and not necessarily always business. So.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what's so nice about getting to know each other, just to learn a little bit more about what your interests are. Maybe we have common interests or, just to kind of network and socialize.
Right. Great. Okay. Audra, good morning.
Good morning, ladies. Audra Iori with Caliber Home Loans. I am a residential mortgage lender of 21 going on 22 years. And I just wanted to touch briefly on interest rates and what we can do for our buyers to maybe deflate some of their fears with rates going up. I mean, they've literally gone from 3.5 to 6.5. It seems like overnight. It's not quite overnight, but in the last, few months. And that could be a significant difference when it comes to affordability. So we do have a couple of options that, we can consider. When we can look at an adjustable rate mortgage that could be fixed for 7 or 10 years, or we can do what's called a buy down, where you pay a percentage upfront to buy down your interest rate for the first couple of years. So let's say the interest rate today is 6%. You buy it down to 4% for the first year. The second year it goes up to 5%. The third year you're back right where you started at 6%. It's a great way to get in, ride the market out a little bit. All indications, despite what you hear in the media, are that just based on history and inflation and things like that, that rates will probably steady out a little bit towards the beginning of 2023 and then again in 2024. We're probably going to see a couple more bumps upwards this year from what we can see without not having a crystal ball. But if we can get somebody into their home at a level where they're comfortable paying, a specific amount, and when markets settle down a little bit, we get them back into a fixed rate mortgage. So there are options out there that just they're just not aware of them. So if you know anybody who might be in that situation, who maybe is just kind of stepped back from even thinking of buying, let me have a conversation with them. We might be able to find a good solution for them. So thank you.
Do you think that the numbers are going to start leveling out, or are they still, are there going to be as many buyers out there now that?
Well, you know, the thing is that the buyers are still out there. Some of them have just gotten a little skittish when it comes to, oh my gosh, now I have to kind of change my tune in terms of what I'm looking for because I can't afford what I wanted. The buyers are there. It's just a lot of them aren't educated enough to really kind of ride things through. And the inventories, even though they're opening up a little bit, they're still very tight.
Hmm. Okay, thanks. Good info. Okay, and then our last is Laura, and she's also our presenter, so I'll just hand her over if you need me to share
Yeah,
the screen.
I'm gonna share my screen and kind of go through the whole thing. I talk fast. I'm gonna try and slow down. So that it says it's disabled. I can't share my screen.
Okay, let me just see what I'm doing here. I need to give you access. But now it's saying share my screen. What am I doing wrong?
I'm not sure.
Okay, let's see. Sorry. So I go to share screen.
Or maybe settings for
Oh.
participants. So if you go to participants, and you might be able to change my permissions. Perhaps.
Can you make Laura the host?
Yeah. You have to go under participants and then,
Oh, wait, okay, allow participants to share screen. Now, can you do it?
let's try. I can. There we go.
Okay, sorry about that.
No, you're fine. All right, let me get to my place here, and I'm going to minimize you guys here. All right, so I'm really happy to share this workshop with you guys. I have a few tips to help you improve your online security and keep your account safe and secure. At the end, I'm going to try and answer any questions that you guys have, and I'll also provide you with a PDF guide that's going to cover everything we're going to go over today in this presentation. First, let me share a little bit about who I am and what I do to help small businesses online. I own a boutique digital marketing company, and I partner with women in service-based businesses who are looking to support their marketing their businesses online. My services include WordPress website design, social media management, content creation, email marketing, brand development, digital advertising, SEO, and website management. Because my services are all digital, I'm often the go-to gal when any of my clients have an account that's been hacked, and I'm also the one that gets to fix it. So I've seen a lot of my clients struggle trying to remember a lot of their passwords and their logins to some of their most important business accounts. And today I'm on a mission to share my digital expertise and simple tips to help you get organized with your passwords and keep your accounts more safe and secure online. For those that know me well, I've always advised my clients to start with the basics before trying to tackle any advanced tactics. So we're going to talk about protecting your online accounts with better online security, how to safely shop online, and how to avoid some of the simple things online so you don't get scammed. Over the years in working in the digital space with my clients, I've had the privy of a lot of sensitive account data. And from day one, I've witnessed some of the most common password faux pas. I'm going to share with you some of the ways that you can upgrade your password security and save you so much time and headache with a simple password manager that I recommend to all of my clients. What do you think the most commonly used password is every year for the past 9 years? Oops, if you guess password, you'd be close. The most common password used to protect your most accounts online is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here is a list of the most common passwords over the past 3. If any of these passwords here look familiar, then this first tip is what you are going to need. This password manager can help. There's a lot of password managers out there. I recommend LastPass to all of my clients. With LastPass, you only need to remember one password, and it's your master password to access all your passwords on the cloud application. No more resetting your passwords because you can't remember what it is. No more fights with your partner because you gave them the wrong password. No more creating easy passwords just so you can remember it in your head. No more spreadsheets, no more sticky notes. And you may be thinking, what's the difference between LastPass and saving my password in my browser? Because now a lot of the browsers are asking if you want to save your password. With the browser password manager, the functionality is built right into the browser, and that's convenient, but it also prevents you from being able to be as secure as it could be. LastPass works on every browser, on every computer, and every platform and mobile device. So if you find yourself using a Mac at work, a PC at home, an Android smartphone, an iPhone tablet, you'll have access to all your passwords on all your device should your computer crash or your smartphone go for a swim. Everything you've stored in LastPass is securely backed up. Oops, I'm having troubles with my clickies. Next slide. LastPass is one of the most widely used password managers available on the market today. Security of passwords is their main focus. LastPass uses the strongest encryption currently available today. It also offers a two-factor authentication and multi-factor authentication to make your accounts even more secure, which we'll get into as well. They have a free account that lets you access your LastPass either on your phone or your computer. The premium account will give you access to both your phone and your computer, as well as some additional options. And the price is really affordable. LastPass is very easy to set up and install on a browser extension on your browser. I'm going to show you this quick video to show you just how really easy and quick it is. Wait. Here we go.
To get the LastPass browser extension, go to lastpass.com/download and click download next to the browser you use. Then follow the steps to download and install the browser extension. Once you add the LastPass extension to your browser, you'll see the LastPass icon in your toolbar. Click the icon to access your vault, launch or edit sites, fill in forms, and generate passwords. You'll see that the browser extension has the login information for the site you're on at the top of the list, so you can click Fill to log into your account. You can also find your other items like addresses and payment cards by clicking on All Items. Or you can use the search bar and type the name of the account or item you'd like to find. When you're on a website, you'll also notice the LastPass icon in any field. When you click it, the in-field icon autofills your saved passwords for you. Or if you're creating a new account, the in-field icon helps you quickly fill your information and generate a secure password. Then, LastPass will save that site to your vault.
All right, if you're using or storing your passwords in any other format that's not encrypted, like your web browser, your email, Notepad, Google Docs, it's recommended that you use the import passwords feature on LastPass Vault. And as you go to new sites that need to be saved, it'll automatically prompt you to add your passwords in there. So it's really easy. I don't want people to get intimidated when I tell them about LastPass because it's safer than using your browser extension or just your regular browser to save your passwords. To download LastPass, simply go to the App Store on your mobile device and search for LastPass, all one word. When you install LastPass on your phone and log in with your master password, you will always have all your logins at your fingertips. And you can also use your face or your fingerprint to unlock your password. So each time it'll ask you, and it doesn't work on every single site on your phone, but it does pull up. You can pull up LastPass and view your passwords and see them without having to like remember what they are. Once you're comfortable using LastPass for your passwords, you can also store other things such as address information and payment information and login information. Oh, I went backwards. Let's go forwards. Keeping good password hygiene regularly is a good best practice. Think of your passwords like your toothbrush. With LastPass, you can run a security challenge that will tell you which accounts you have weak passwords and which of them are used across all other sites. Then you can work on updating those passwords through those accounts. I recommend using the generate password features, especially for accounts that are very sensitive. Bank account information should never be a password that is used ever on any other site. It goes without saying that you only want to share your passwords with people that you trust and want to minimize the risk when you do. And there's several reasons why you might need to share passwords, including sharing a video, streaming other entertainment accounts like Netflix, iTunes, Hulu, the mortgage, bank accounts, Amazon Prime, and Wi-Fi passwords. And LastPass makes it easy to do so with just checking allow recipient to view the password, so then they can view it. You can also share this share your passwords with other people, maybe that you work with, and they have to use LastPass to be able to log in, but they won't be able to view the password. So that way, if you ever need to take their access off, or you don't want them to have access to that password, then you can just remove them and they won't be able to log in and they won't know what your password is. So you don't have to go through changing them. LastPass emergency access gives you, oh, this is my favorite part. Emergency access gives someone that you trust access to your vault. When your trusted contact requests emergency access, you have a certain period or waiting period where you can decline the request. Otherwise, then they are added to your account. So if something were to happen to you and you need your husband or your spouse to take care of everything, they can get into your LastPass account and see all of your logins. So this is a newer feature that I really love. What if they don't have LastPass? If they don't have LastPass and you want to share sensitive information via email or text, I recommend a program called One Time Secret. And again, all of this information that I'm sharing with you today is going to be in this PDF that I'm going to provide to you. And if you go to One Time Secret, you can put any of the secret content in there. You don't have to create a password for it, but you can. And then you just send them a secret link. Once they click on that link, it just explodes after that. They can't get back to it. All right. In today's world, it's typical to read stories of users whose accounts have been hacked. Online security has become a top priority. One layer of protection isn't enough when it comes to cybersecurity. Next level account security. Many internet services, a number of which have been felt the pinch of being hacked or breached, offer multi-factor authentication or two-step. Up until recently, up until recently it was called two-step. This is where a second code is generated and sent to you so you can verify that it's you and no one else. They also have to create a second authenticator app that makes it easier for you, or a two-step authenticator app that makes it easy for you. The most popular two-factor authenticator program is called Google Authenticator. You can also use LastPass. They have an authenticator app as well. Once it's linked to your account, the app displays a consistently rotating set of codes utilized whenever you need to without an internet connection. So there's several apps from big names like Microsoft, Google, and LastPass, where instead of waiting for that text message, you've just got this app on your phone, you open it up, and then whatever program it is that's waiting for that second step authentication will show you your code right there. And you can kind of see on the Google Authenticator app how it has like a timer. It changes every, I think it's like, what did I say, 60 seconds or something like that. Now that I've shared with you how to protect your accounts online, let's talk about how to protect your purchases online. Online shopping can be so much fun when you find that shiny object that you click the buy button, get it delivered to your door, but these transactions don't always go smoothly. The FBI recently has had more complaints about consumers not receiving goods they purchased online. Many buyers felt for deals or advertised on social media or search engine shopping pages. They either got nothing or received a random item like a box of disposable face masks that could not be returned without paying a high international shipping charge. These scammers really suck the joy out of shopping. There's some safety tips that you can avoid being their latest victim. Verify that they're using an SSL encryption. The URL should start with an HTTPS rather than just HTTP. Avoid shopping from a public Wi-Fi. Next time you're at your favorite coffee shop, because the guy next to you at the table could be a hacker spying on your online activity. And shopping online often requires giving out information that the ID would love to grab, including your name, address, and credit card number. If you do use a public Wi-Fi, protect yourself with a virtual private network or a VPN. It creates an encrypted tunnel between your computer and your server. Norton offers a very easy VPN. It's the only way to shop online safely from a public Wi-Fi in airports, cafes, or other public spaces. Another tip is to always use a credit card to shop online and as securely as possible. First, a credit card doesn't give the seller direct access to the money in your bank account. And second, most credit cards offer zero liability for fraud. That means you're not out the money if the crook uses your account to make the purchase. Another option is to check out with PayPal or Venmo. Then they won't have access to your bank account. PayPal will protect your credit card and info online using encrypted payments. Also, if the online store you've shopped at doesn't deliver the goods, they make it really easy at getting your money back. Now, if you want to get an upgrade from old cash and cards, but you're unfamiliar with app-based payments, know that it's safe and easy to get set up than you might think. In fact, you probably have most of what you need already on your phone. If someone steals your credit card, they'd be able to use it freely, both online and in physical stores, while you're left to notify the bank. But that's not possible to do with your smartphone. If someone stole your phone, they would still need your passcode, fingerprint, or face to complete the payment. So if your phone's locked, so is your money. The technology behind app-based payments platform is called Near Field Communication. It's an industry standard, and both Google and Apple use it for their own services. Whenever you wave your phone on a payment terminal, you're not actually sharing your card details like most people think. You're using NFC to simply confirm that your device is authorized to make payment on your behalf using an encrypted code. This means that your phone will safely store your card details but won't share them with any third parties. When you make a payment, unlock your device by placing your finger on the sensor, or unlock it with your face, then hold it over the device payment reader. These helpful money tips will all be included in the PDF guide that I'll be sharing at the end of this workshop. All right, next we're going to cover online scams and how to avoid them. Phishing is a term you may have heard before. It's used when a criminal uses a scam email, text messages, or phone calls to trick their victim. The aim is often to make you visit a website which may download a virus or steal bank or details or other personal information. Deceptive phishing is the most common type of phishing attack. It refers to any attack where the attacker impersonates an a familiar company to attempt to steal your personal information or login credentials, and actually the link leads you to a bad URL with a website that's almost identical to the official URL. Typically, only one letter will be out of place. They will also personalize emails with your name and company name to give you a false sense of security. Here are some ways that they like to trick you. They say they've noticed some suspicious activity or login attempts. They claim there's a problem with your payment account information. They say you must confirm some personal information. They include a fake invoice. They want you to click on a link to make a payment. They say you're eligible to register for a government refund, or they offer coupon or free stuff. All right, so these are two examples of really popular scams that I see a lot. One, Netflix, you'll get an email, they'll say that you need to update your payment information. If you're not sure if your payment information needs to be updated with Netflix, don't click on the link. Just go to Netflix, log into your account, and then check the payment information. The one on the right is for websites. So if you have a website domain, this is a common one. This comes in a form of a letter. They say that your domain is up for renewal, and it most likely is, because that's public information in most cases. They can see who owns the domain, they can see your address, and unless you have privacy set up on your domain, they can see all this information, email this to you. And what people are not seeing is that this is not a bill. It's a solicitation. So most of my clients don't read this. They don't read any of that information, and they just send a check. And what that does is it transfers the domain name over to this company. Technically, it's not really a scam, but it is deceptive, and they take your domain over to their company instead of where you probably had it with GoDaddy or wherever. Another example is Norton. This is a common one because a lot of people use Norton, so they're just betting on the fact that you probably are one of those people. So they will send you a renewal notice or a bill to let you know that you need to pay, and then you go to a fake site that is not Norton and give them all of your billing and credit card information. So if you don't know, if you're not sure if your Norton subscription is going to renew, go to Norton, don't click on the link. The other things to keep an eye on is the from address. Obviously, it's not going to come from Gmail, and you want to make sure that the email address lines up with those. So those are some of the big things to keep an eye out for. As a general rule, you should never share your personal or financial sensitive information over the internet. If you get a phone call you didn't expect from someone who says there's a problem with your computer, hang up. If you get a pop-up window on your computer saying that your computer is at risk, don't call the number. Real security warnings and messages never ask you to call a phone number. If you get an email from someone you don't know, don't click on any of the links or download any of the attachments. That's a common one, and I feel like I have to say it over and over and over again, that if somebody you don't know sends you an email with an attachment or a link, don't open it and don't click on the link. Protect your computer by using security software, and make sure that it's up to date, your mobile phone as well. All right, this one's a fun one. I think not a lot of people realize this. Should you send remove back to spammers? Do you keep clicking remove links in spam, sending back remove me requests to spammers, yet your volume of spam keeps increasing? Here's why. You send the spammer a remove me message. Now he knows your address is real and that it's not, and that's not all he knows. By sending back a request to remove me, you're confirming that to the spammer that your address is live, that you actually open and read the spam, and that you follow the spammer's instructions, such as click this to be removed. You're the perfect candidate for more spam. So don't opt out of lists that you didn't opt out in the first place. If you get spam and you didn't opt in for it, just click this is spam in your email. That's why that button's there. Most email programs have it. Just mark it as spam. Don't reply back. And this goes for text messages as well. The remove me's don't work. All that does is just say, this is a live phone number and we're going to keep spamming you. So responding back stop isn't going to work unless it's something that you signed up for and you text signed up for Bed Bath and Beyond, and now you're getting so much Bed Bath and Beyond. Yes, you can opt out of that, but don't opt out of things that you didn't opt into. All right, let's recap. Improve your account password and security by using a password manager to help you manage and maintain your passwords. I definitely recommend using two-step authentication on accounts that need extra protection, like your bank accounts, social media, and document storage. Don't shop on a public Wi-Fi. Use your credit card for online purchases or PayPal or Venmo. Don't click links in emails that you're not 100% sure where they came from. And don't give out personal information to websites that you're not familiar with, and always look for the lock. And with these simple steps, doing your part in keeping your information will help you stay a little bit more secure. As with anything that's on the World Wide Web, there's always some risk of being hacked and leaked. So this isn't going to prevent this from happening, but it will actually help you to be less likely to get hacked or yeah. Now I'm going to leave it to you guys for any questions or that you have for me. I'm going to stop the share. So
I was just going to say, oops, sorry. I was just going to say that all of that is so awesome. And my mom is 78, 79 in Galveston, and she's constantly calling me, you know, Comcast is emailing me this, or Verizon's emailing me this, or whatever. And I'm like, Mom, delete it, pick up the phone, call Verizon. Is there anything wrong with my account? No, ignore the rest of it. I got those Norton things just this week, and my computer's less than 2 years old. I don't even remember for sure what package of security stuff I bought when I got the computer or what office stuff, but I'll go to a friend of mine who can check it out. I know not to click on any of those links.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to be fooled because, like you said, I always look at who it came from, because it never says Verizon.com or Amazon.com. It's got some person's weird name and numbers and digits and some private email. And for a while I was bad, and I would respond with a snarky spam scammer meme. And then I realized what you said, it just makes it worse because they know you're real. So now I just delete them, but I just delete them. I didn't know about the mark it as spam. I'm going to have to look for that button.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know about that button.
Yeah. I mean, if you use Gmail or any of the online web apps, there's a, this is spam. I know Outlook has it, but yeah, look for the spam. I put the link to the PDF handout. It's great to share with your family members as well. Even my mom, she's got her address and her name as her Wi-Fi password when I go to her house. I'm like, are you kidding me, Mom? And she's like, ow, I know. So it's just, I see it all the time. It's everywhere, you know, so these are just some simple tips. LastPass, I will tell you, I've had to beat people over the head to use LastPass, but once they do, my clients, my mom, once they do, they love it. They're like, oh my God, I don't know what I did without it. And I couldn't live without it. I mean, I would have to start over and reset all my passwords if I ever forgot my master password, but it's definitely helpful, especially when you have a lot of accounts to log into. Go ahead, Pat.
I'm going to have to look at that because I haven't heard of that before.
Can you import? I use Bitdefender. No, that's security for the computer, correct?
Yeah.
An IT friend, she does IT security, got me into that one.
Yeah.
Which has all the passwords in there. Do I then need to also do LastPass?
So I wouldn't do your passwords with Bitdefender because their job isn't purely password management, right? So they
Okay.
probably are really good at managing and helping secure your computer. But what if you're not at your computer? Can you access your passwords from your phone or another computer or anywhere else? No. So yes, the answer is yes, you can import your passwords from Bitdefender into LastPass. They've got a really nice, easy tool that will automatically ask you if you want to import your passwords, maybe that you've saved on your Google Chrome browser or your Microsoft Edge browser, because they now all ask for that too. But I wouldn't save your passwords on the browsers anymore, because that's not what they were built for. They're not built for that type of security. And they're not, they're not evolving that technology.
So then once you import them into LastPass, is there a way to take them off of Google or somewhere else? Because
Yeah, you can delete them. Yeah, you can go into your Google browser and just remove all of them. I think it might even help you with that when it walks you through.
okay. Yeah, because I have a lot of passwords and things where I only use it once a year, every 2 years, continuing education,
Yeah.
all that good stuff. And
The
it's
reason
like,
I like LastPass is it will tell you, because I'm not even the best password person either, but it'll tell you how many times you're using this password across all the different accounts that you have. It's saved
Right.
on. So it's like you're using this password 110 times, and it's like, okay, that's definitely. And it'll also tell you if it's shown up on the dark web, so it can tell you what information's already been leaked. So I like that kind of like security check that it does for you and helps you clean it up.
Okay, so it actually does clean up all
It helps you. Yeah. You have to
Okay.
do a little bit of work. I will give you a little horror story and then we'll get to your question, Rachel. But Mark, my fiance, was doing the security check, and then he wanted to go and reset all of his passwords that it was telling him to do. And he was doing that, but then he also reset his LastPass password and then forgot what it was.
Oh,
And
no.
he didn't have the original computer he had signed up for with
Oh, no.
LastPass. And there's no way for him to get back into, because they don't know your password. They can't reset it for you. There are some things they can do, especially if you have the same computer. And again, like now I mentioned that emergency access person. So if an emergency access person had been added to his account, he would have been able to get back in, but now his account's just gone. Rachel, you had another question?
Is LastPass the same thing as like I have Password Safe, which is a separate place that I have to go into where I have to remember that password, but that's where I have all mine hidden? Is that the same thing?
It is, and there's a lot of them out there. I know that Apple has had a few. The only problem is I've seen some of them come and go. So I've had clients that have signed up for something else, like OnePass or like another one, and then it's gone in like 3 years. They're no longer around. So LastPass has been around the longest.
This
and
was
definitely the best one, I think.
Okay, this was a free download that, again, a computer guru friend of mine told me about, and I've probably had it close to 10 years. So I don't see it being a problem, but I wondered if it was the same
no, there
thing
are others
that
out
we were
there.
talking about.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Stephanie.
So I just wanted to kind of mention, you had talked about if there's fraud on your credit card or in your bank account, that the banks, that they allow it to be, you're not responsible for it. But I just wanted to throw out there that you could be responsible for it, depending on what your bank is, depending on what your credit card is. Most of them give 30 days. So if you don't report it in time, you might be on the hook. So I just wanted to throw that out there, just as a kind of a follow-up.
That's a good one.
Don't sit on it.
Keep an eye on your credit card statements every month.
Don't sit on it.
Yeah, and Laura, because I had my identity stolen last year from unemployment to you name it. I had to fill out all kinds of forms, all that fun stuff. Luckily they never got in my bank accounts. But what triggered the initial alert to me was I really wasn't reviewing my credit card statements closely, other than looking for like the big purchases, that sort of thing. But what these hackers will do is they'll charge like 97 cents here, like $1.10 here,
2 cents.
just to kind of like test it out. The credit card companies caught it and called me. And then I started digging deeper and deeper. And then next thing I knew, someone was filing unemployment under my name and all that. So just taking 2 minutes to review your credit card statements and looking for those odd charges could be, you know, just the trigger to, you know, start digging a little bit
Yeah.
further.
So I have set up alerts that anytime anything goes on my credit card, then I get an email. And it's just such an easy way to just click through and say, does that look about right? Or, and so then there has been things where it's like that is, and it's, you know, $37, $67, but I get that email and immediately I can see that's wrong or that's right. So it's been useful for me.
The other thing I didn't really touch too much on is Facebook. I mean, I know that we all have Facebook accounts. Facebook accounts get hacked a lot of the time. And now the new scam is that they're not even hacking your account, they're cloning your account, which makes you think you're hacked,
Yep.
but you're not really hacked. But I definitely recommend
Pretending to
Facebook
be
having
you.
the most secure password, especially because I don't know if any of you guys have this, but I've had clients who have, you know, ad accounts, right? They run ads for their businesses. And that's one of the reasons why they would want to get in your account. So they can run ads, which their ads then are spam or malware that they can infect other people's computers, but they're using your money to run that. And then they lock you out of your account. My client never got access back to her account. Even with me as her super, you know, internet person, there was a continuous loop in Facebook where we would upload the ID and everything. And then it would just go back to, we're sending the code to the hackers, you know, the phone number that they have put on your account now. So she now can never get back into her account.
Oh,
So make sure that your passwords on Facebook are super secure, on your social media and any of your bank accounts,
good.
not used anywhere else.
Well, great information, Laura, really great.
Okay.
Okay, does anybody have any other questions or comments? Otherwise, Pat's got a bunch of announcements to make on some upcoming events. She's our event guru and she's very busy this summer. So
It is.
I was
It's
just gonna
exciting.
say, I'm sorry I was so late. Whoops, sorry, Pat. I was just gonna say,
Sorry.
I'm sorry I was so late this morning. I had a girlfriend having a bit of a crisis who has a sick husband, a lot in the way of things that Sam went through. And I didn't want to cut her off. So I apologize being late, but she called this morning and needed some help. Take it away, Pat.
Okay, this weekend is Bailey Days. And let me tell you, last summer, those streets were jammed. This is the greatest place to have your business out there. And this is part of your dues. This is free to you. All you have to do is sign up online. And at this point, a lot of our members actually have their own booths. So, you know, if you want to be there 4 hours instead of 2 hours, just sign up twice, whatever. And the same with Elevation Celebration is coming up July 30th to 31. That's in Conifer on what's the back street? I don't know. It's right behind all the shopping
It
center.
says Sutton Road.
Barkley.
Barclay, I think.
Oh, Barkley. Okay.
No, but
No.
anyway,
Okay.
it's another great one. And people from the city come up for that. They do great job advertising for these. And again, if you want to be there for 4 hours or whatever, just sign up for it. We have a lot of blank spaces on that one. On August 6th, Josie touched on this. We are having the luncheon at the sanctuary. And again, this is for members, guests. I have to get the details out again.
Yes, too.
But there will be a charge for guests, and the members can display all their business information. We have a new one that's not on the website yet, but it's Conifer Fest. It's going to be at the Our Lady of Pines Church. Evidently, they have a large area for that. It's put on by the Rotary. So again, there's going to be a lot of advertising on this. It's a great way to get your information out there. Again, this one's going to be from 11:30 to 7:30. It's a little bit different. A lot of music and beer tents, etc. So a lot of people coming by. All of these, the more you can get into these and get your name out there. I've had people when I left and nobody was at the table, I just left my Medicare cards out there and somebody called me and I signed them up. So yeah, you do get business. I really don't get financial business. Nobody runs up to me and says, here's 100,000, take care of it for me. But it's getting my name out. It's giving credibility to your business, letting them know you even exist, or like Lisa, that somebody can take care of all those photo albums for you, or Rachel, that, gosh, I've always wanted this painted on my wall in my house. I can do this, or I wanted to have a party for the kids. Each one of us, wow, we can really get our name out there. And it's a way to promote Mountain Women in Business too. Let them know that we do have a group up here for women, and it is professional. I can't, you know, Laura's a great speaker and we've had speakers from all over the country. We are a fabulous group. So anyway, that's it. We have 4 events now, and I'd like to do something social. We're looking at other events. So if anybody has any ideas, please let me know. Any other festivals coming up? I really don't want to go down to Fairplay, but anything between Conifer, Bailey, great. Thank you.
Well, and I
Lisa,
know-
what is
ahead,
the
Lisa.
date of Conifer
sorry.
Fest?
I'm sorry.
What is the date of Conifer Fest at Our
Conifer
Lady of
Fest
Pine?
is going to be August 13. And
Okay.
Deb's got her grandchildren here, but we're going to get it on the website in the next couple days. And again, 11:30 to 7:30 on that one. And they said it is in a sheltered area, so we won't have to deal with the wind taking away the canopy. And I'm very excited, but we have a tablecloth with Mountain Women in Business. It's one of those stretchy ones. It just came in the mail and I opened it up and it's like, whoa, this is so cool.
I
So-
love it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love
So
it.
yeah,
Awesome.
between this and our canopy, our signs, we are now very, very professional in our, so it's going to be a great booth.
Wonderful. Lisa, what did you have?
And Pat, let me know. Whoops, sorry.
It's okay. I had a second question. And this might be for Laura. When we sign up for an event on the website, are we able to see who is registered right before us, who we're relieving, who's coming after us? That way we know if we need to stay or if we know who's on their way.
No.
Oh, but you can
can't.
ask Pat. Yeah, he'll answer.
No, it's a great way to sign up for things, but yeah,
Okay.
as an administrator going in, it's kind of exciting trying to find who's where. I've had to make up my own chart. So if that's what you want, let me send out an email. I can get into MailChimp and send that out.
That'd be great for the event.
And
Thanks.
let you know, because we do have a lot of blanks, and like this Sunday, I think Chrissy's the only one signed up. And trust me, I'll sit there because, you know, I've been in all for the last couple of years too. I want to talk to people. So get to know more people. So, yeah.
And I was going to say real quick, Pat, I am not sure if I can be there this weekend or not yet. So any evening this week, let me know when you're able to come get the tent and the tables and whatever. I have it all in the shed. And if it's gonna be while I'm not here, just let me know and I'll leave it unlocked for you.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be tomorrow afternoon. It's just been absolutely crazy this last couple weeks and yeah.
I'll be home anytime after 3:30 tomorrow. And if you need to come before then, just let me know and I'll leave the key before I leave for work.
Why don't we just say 4 o'clock tomorrow? And go
Okay.
from there.
Oh, shoot.
No,
I just forgot. I'm getting my windshield replaced at Cornerstone on the way home. So I don't know what time I'll be home tomorrow. How about I call you when I see how long they're gonna take at Cornerstone?
no, because I got stuff after that. It's just, this
Okay,
is,
then I'm gonna leave the shed unlocked tomorrow and it's all in Sam's shed.
okay, that's perfect. Thank you.
And just watch out for the foxes.
I will do that.
And
I
Pat,
have more babies.
Do you feel like you have, do you have help with setting up the canopy and,
Grab those keys.
No, I don't. And
okay.
yes, I am.
I'll email you and we'll coordinate something, okay?
Thank you. Yeah, because I'm not sure my husband's in town. He just left. I had to go kiss him goodbye
Okay.
during the meeting. So
Okay, we'll
let me
figure,
look
we'll
at my
figure something
calendar.
out, because I don't want you putting up the big tent, so I'll look into that.
Yeah, all by
Okay.
yourself.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay, how about anybody else?
You know,
do you
just
have?
real quick, if I sent an email yesterday. I'm looking for a local photographer who can help with some branding that I'm doing. So I'm looking for someone who can take photos and videos in different locations. If you guys have anybody, if you send it my way, that'd be great.
I just had my business picture redone. I'm working with Sue Kaltenbach Ryan, who was a former member. And
I was
think
just gonna say Sue.
Yeah, she's fabulous.
Okay.
And I don't know if you've seen the business picture I have now, but she just brings your heart and soul out on photography. She's
Okay.
Lovely.
If Pat, could you send me?
I'll
her
email
information?
you her contact info.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you so much, ladies. I appreciate that.
No, in
Good.
fact, I was gonna put it out there. I was having my business picture done because I want people to know who I am, not who I was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Who am I now? And I was wondering if I had Sue come over when we do an in-person, if people would want to have their business photos
idea.
updated. She's really good.
And she's just lovely. She's a great person.
Yeah, yeah. I hope she'll join us again because I just miss seeing her. So
Thank you.
She's
Okay.
revamping her business. She's in the process of, I think, getting out of these studios and galleries that haven't been working very well and hopefully making something in her home for those specialty photos. And also she's really focusing on the elderly stuff, the end of life photos and things like that with people.
Oh.
But she does everything. She's amazing. I love her.
She is. All right, well, I'm going to stop recording here and let me just do that.